But the show, hot diggity damn dog. I don't think I'm ever fucking going back, bitch. I didn't enjoy the book. Sorry. And it's a slow burn. You got me there. Castiel, I don't know. I'm saying Castiel because I'm watching Supernatural right now. Hello, daddies. Today we are doing a 2026 book tag. I've never done one of these before, but I thought I'd give it a try. I got these questions from Larryreads video, so I'm just gonna read off those. And these answers are on the top of my head. I am not doing this, if that makes sense. But I thought it would be fun just to try this and see how it goes. How many books are you planning to read in 2026? So last year, my goal was 65 books. Okay, the year prior to that, my goal was 45, 50, and I hit like 58. So I was like, okay, I can try to aim for 65. I did not hit my goal last, or like 2025, which is fine. You know, reading's not all about goals, but to me, I want to read. I want to hit those goals. So this year, I'm aiming a little higher, and I'm going to try to read 75. I don't know. I put it on my Goodreads, and I think it's 70 actually. Yes, my goal is 70 books this year. I've already read 2, so I'm 1 book ahead of schedule, according to Goodreads, which is crazy that I'm almost behind schedule, but whatever. My goal is 70 books. I think last year Zodiac Academy put me in a little slump because with some of the books I read them like one within a month and a half. So that put me way behind when I used to read like at least 4 or 5 books a month. We're aiming high this year and I think I can hit it. So we're gonna hope for that. A book you're likely to reread this year. I really, depending on when the next book of the Empyrean series comes out, but if that doesn't come out this year, or ACOTAR is supposed to come out too. I think I want to reread the Boys of Tommen series because I feel like I haven't read Releasing 10 yet, but I think 1 or 2 more books are supposed to come out this year. So I want to reread the whole series and get the feel for the characters again because let's go back to Ireland, baby. Because that shit was so good. And it is chef's motherfucking kiss, okay? A priority read on your 2026 TBR. I think I have a couple, which I should probably only stick to 1. I can't pick 1, so I want to pick 2 for this. I think my main priority reads this year will be Magnolia Parks and the Book of Azrael series, the Gods and Monsters series, because those have been on my TBR for almost a year now, and I feel like I have FOMO. And I didn't realize that the Gods and Monsters, like with the Book of Azrael and stuff, is supposed to have like, what, 7, 8 books? I thought it was only supposed to be 4, maybe 5, maybe. Nope, there's gonna be 8 out, and I think the 5th one she's done writing. I think they just gotta like edit and do all that little tedious stuff. But yeah. Don't think that's happening. I told myself I wasn't gonna read a series that wasn't unfinished or wasn't finished, and yeah, that was a lie. An author you won't be reading more books from this year. If Lauren Robert puts out more books, I will not be reading from her because I just feel the Powerless trilogy. The first book was so good. The novella with Adina, Powerful, was so good. Reckless, it was fine. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. And then I think Fearless ruined it for me because I think it just dragged on, and I think the writing just outgrew me or something. But if she tries to maybe write, I think that one's young adult. If she tries to write just like a normal adult fantasy, romantasy, whatever, I will give it a try. But this year, I am going to give it a break. But we'll see what else she puts out because she hasn't announced anything yet. And I haven't read Fearful because I just don't want to read that. So Lauren Roberts, I'm sorry, but not this year, baby. Something new you want to read. I want to try historical fiction, okay? Kristen Hanna does it best apparently. At least what I'm told. I mean, she's the most popular one, I should say. I want to give her a try because I heard The Nightingale's amazing. I heard The Woman's amazing. But I want to give her a try because apparently all of her books like make you cry and sob, and I want to be able to feel that this year. I don't know why. I love crying during books. It makes me so freaking happy. But that's what I want to try new this year. And maybe a little bit more thriller because I only read, what, 2 thriller books last year? Not last year, the year prior. I don't know. But one I DNF'd. I was like 80% through and it just fucking dragged. Okay. And then one of them, it was good. but I feel like it was just, I didn't know what was happening. I want to try more thriller. I refuse to read Frida McFadden. I don't know why, but I do. I will probably read The Housemaid because obviously that's like her most popular one, and there's a movie now about it, and I really want to watch the movie. But I feel like I have to read the book first. I kind of know what happens because my friend Abby told me, but I want to read it. I won't read like the whole series. I think I'll read maybe the first 2 or 3 if I think that's what they are. Or at least the first one. But those are some of the books I want to try this year. A popular book you want to read. A popular book I want to read will be Shield of Sparrows and Quicksilver. Because I have not, obviously I haven't read either of those, but with Brimstone coming out this, or like 2025, I want to give it a try, and apparently 2026 is when the third one's coming out. I don't know if that's true. And Shield of Sparrows, because the second book is out or is coming out, and I just heard like it's so freaking good. I don't know. I don't know what they're about. So all I know is that Quicksilver, there's like a fox or something, like she's a pet. And there's fae. And there's vampires. I don't know. But those are some of the books I want to read this year. My most anticipated 2026 release is Lightwheeler by Rachel Schneider, because she wrote Metal Slinger, and that book, I don't know what it did to me, but it did something. It did something, sweetheart. The ending of that book was just amazing. Was not expecting it. I don't know if I'm just stupid, but was not expecting it. And the world was just so different that it was entertaining. Like, it wasn't the same old like fantasy world you would think. It was so much different than everything else. Like a town above water, like hanging like from freaking like it's a floating town above water, and they only visit land once a year. What? He signed me fucking up. And it's a slow burn. You got me there. My bookish goal for 2026 is to try more genres. By genres, I mean historical fiction and thriller, and be a little bit more consistent on my booktube account, which is you guys, and then my BookTok account. I'm slowly starting to do it. It's just, you know what? I get lazy. I'm not gonna lie. I get home from work and I either want to read, I want to watch TV with my boyfriend or play games with him, or just play video games in general. I love a good Call of Duty. I love a good Battlefield 6. I love a good Minecraft, okay? But that's what puts me behind in either making content or even reading. I have to read to make content. I can't play video games and then expect to make content. No, I have to read the books. But so far it's been going well this year. So I don't think I've played video games since last year. I'll stop. But my goal is to be a little bit more consistent on social media, to kind of grow a little bit more. I don't expect something huge, but I expect growth. And not listening to the haters, which I don't think there is any, but it is what it is if there are. A book that's been on my TBR that I probably won't ever read will probably be Pen Pal and Daydream. Daydream has been on my TBR since whenever it got announced. I read Icebreaker. I enjoyed it. I read Wildfire. Did not enjoy it. And then Daydream came out and I just never touched it. I even have the physical copy. I didn't even realize I had the physical copy. Well, I don't know. It'll probably come sometime, but it's been on my list for a long time, so I don't know when that ever is gonna be done. And then Pen Pal, I have the physical copy as well because I had the sprayed edges of it. Yeah, it just doesn't interest me. I think it's prison stuff. I don't know. I don't really know. Eventually, maybe I'll pick it up if I have to read like my whole physical TBR, which is a lot. Actually, I don't think it's that much. I think I have like 15 books, not including like all the books in the series, which is not bad, but maybe I should do a video on that. Let me know. A series I want to read this year is House of Devils series, because oh my gosh, there's 4 books out, I think, but I hear so many good things about it and I want to indulge in that. And I heard the main character, I don't know if he's in all 4 books or it's just the first one, I don't really, or whatever, but oh my god, I heard he's like amazing. I don't know what his name, Castiel, I don't know. I'm saying Castiel because I'm watching Supernatural right now. But I don't know, but apparently he's just fucking amazing and I want to indulge. because there's, yeah, 4 books. I don't know if there's any more out. Oh, there's gonna be 1 more. It gives me dark fantasy romance. That is, I think that's one of my favorite genres now. I thought I wouldn't like fantasy. When I freaking started reading again, which, you know what, I shouldn't say again because I barely read as a kid. I don't know what I'm talking about. I maybe read 1 book that wasn't like a school assignment or like Magic Tree House, Judy B. Jones growing up. When I started reading again, I started with Colin Hoover, okay? I was only doing romance. Only doing romance, okay? And dark romance. And then I started dabbling into fantasy because it was all over and I wanted to read the ACOTAR series and, you know, all that stuff. That's when it's really popular. And oh my god, I don't think I'm ever fucking going back, bitch. And if I do, cuff me, okay? Because, bitch, I love a good fae winged vampire dragon shifter raven bitch, okay? I don't know how far we can go into this, but I fucking love them. Your auto-buy authors going into 2026. Auto-buy authors will be Rebecca Yarros if she puts out any, Sarah J. Maas if she goes out any, Carrie Lake, Chloe Walsh, and Becca Mack for sure are my top 5 because holy shit, I love the Playing for Keeps series. If you haven't read it, read it by Becca Mack. I love Chloe Walsh. I love the Boys of Tommen series. I don't know if she has any other books out yet or like any other series. I don't know. Okay, Sarah J. Maas, obviously. Rebecca Yarros, obviously. Carrie Lake, I read Nocticadia, loved it. Read Anathema, loved it. I'm going to try to read more of her other books like Nightshade and the Salt and Bones or whatever. But yeah, those are on my list. But those are my top priority, baby. A book to show adaptation that you are excited about this year. I don't know any book to show ones, but book to movie will be Verity. I think it's coming out at like end of 2026, so I think October. And I'm really excited about, wait, I think the Off Campus. Is that a movie or series? That's supposed to be coming out soon. I think they already filmed the deal. But those, I don't know if that's a book or series, or a movie or show. But those I'm excited about. Hella fucking excited. And Heated Rivalry, if it comes out again. I don't know when that 2nd season is coming out, but baby boy, oh my god. I didn't enjoy the book. Sorry. But the show, hot diggity damn dog. I don't think I've ever said that in my life. But hot damn. What some sexy ass gay men they were. A sequel you're anticipating. I know I said this. It's not I'm really anticipating it's the 3rd book in the series. So I'm really excited for Demonica from Kelly Smith, who wrote Phantasma and Enchantra, the Wicked Game series, because those will forever be my babies as well, because those are just so freaking fantastic. I don't know if anyone hates on them because I haven't read any of the reviews, but those are my favorite. I don't know if it was just the ghosts, the games, the trials, the tension and secretness and whatever, but bookish things are leaving in 2026. I want to get away from the sprayed edge epidemic. I know some people love them and I love that for you, okay? I have some myself. I'm not gonna say like I'm a hypocrite and don't have any. I definitely have some because you know what? That Legacy of God series, all of them are sprayed edged because that's all they had at the store. I tried not to get the sprayed edge, but that's all they had at the store. Okay? My Onyx Storm, yeah, they're sprayed edged, okay? I have some, so I get it. But I just can't do it anymore. It's just coming too much. I went to Target yesterday and there was like 7 different books of sprayed edges. I'm like, what are we doing? If it's a solid color, why? What is the point in that? If it has a little bit of designs in there, hell yeah. Like Phantasma had one. It was like a foil cover. It was so pretty at Target. It was so pretty. The sprayed edge was a little bit designy, but it was minimal. And it was like mostly like red with like a little bit of gold in it. I'm like, that's why. Make it fantastic. And you know what? People who do it for a living, like who paint on like the actual book, whatever, the sprayed edged, oh my god, I will support you any day of the week. But if it's just like a money grab for like Target and the author just to be putting out like shit like that, I will not. I want to leave that shit behind, but you know what? If you love it, I love that for you. my light battery was dying. But like I said, I will support any author, or not author, small business, or like even a little bit of bigger business who does like, you know, the ACOTAR Valarian or the Throne of Glass. Like I will buy those when I have money. Right now, this bitch doesn't have money. But like the Chloe Walsh with like the names Johnny and Shannon on the side, I don't like those. I don't like those. Why? But you know what? Everyone deserves to have pretty sprayed edges. I agree. I got a lot of hate on my TikTok for posting about that, but I will leave that behind. You know, I'm gonna be a hypocrite. Later on, I might buy a sprayed edge, as long as it's detailed and pretty. Okay? Okay. Sorry about that. I'm a hypocrite. Whatever. What to expect from this account? I don't expect really anything. I just want to grow and grow the daddy community, whatever you want to call it, because you know I'm daddy Abby. Okay? I want to grow my book daddies. I just want this space to be comfort for everyone. I know I'm not the greatest booktuber book person out there. I know there's way better ones. Their content makes me happy, and I want to make something like they do and make people smile and laugh, whatever. And you know, you might value my opinions, but you might not. You might think I'm fucking stupid, but I don't know. I expect just a loving community. How has your reading taste evolved from last year? I think I evolved into liking a little bit fantasy a little bit more. Romantic a little bit too much, because in 2024, is that when I read ACOTAR? Yes, I read ACOTAR and like Throne of Glass and all that stuff in 2024. I wouldn't realize how obsessed I am now with it in 2025. Like I read a little bit more and I think it's my preferred genre now. Where I'm like, what? Romance reads are a little bit easier, obviously, to understand. And like, you're just like, you have no care in the world, whatever. But I think romantasy is now my genre of type. And sometimes I'm just like, I can't do the brain power. But that's how my reading has evolved, because I prefer it now and I think I enjoy it more. Booktube creators who inspire you. Let's see, we got Sarah Caroli. I think that's how you say her name. Caroli. Really? I don't know. Cinderella. Sarah. We got Marina Moore. We got Emmy reads. Emmy Rosa Sam. I don't know how to say her last name. I love Larryreads. She's probably like my favorite one. I also really like I also like Bailey Latham. I love her. Oh, and Yana. I forgot about Yana. I love the trio, Marina, Larry, and Yana. Fucking love them. They are a fucking hoot. But those are like some of my faves. Something you want to say to anyone wanting to start a bookish account? Okay, sweethearts. Okay, daddies, bitches, everyone who's listening. I know everyone says just do it and just pick it up. You don't need the right equipment. I say, yeah, just do it. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, but once you start building a foundation and like kind of know what your like niche is, I should say, like, do you prefer doing what I read in a week? Do you prefer doing this and that? And you know, recommendations and what like 2020 or not winter reading TBR, whatever. I think that's great. Like, I don't really know what I like to post. I really think what I read in a week is somewhat easy, you know, but I feel like, yeah, just do it. You'll start to gain a following pretty quickly. Like, I feel like there's a lot of supportive people in the booktube community. I love every single one of you guys. But like I said, just do it. It's, if you do it, if people know that you love to do it, they will support you and continue to support you. I don't know what else to say to that, because everyone just says just start. So just start now. You hearing me? Start. I started, what, February of 2025, and I mean, I haven't grown a shit ton, but I also have not been consistent. I would say being consistent helps a lot, because you just, you know, people know that you want to do this, and TikTok knows you want to do this. Booktube is a little different story. It's a little bit harder because my laptop sucks ass to edit. Phone-wise for editing, it's unlike TikTok. I'm just lazy and I don't want to do it. So yeah. But I think you just do it and just bite the gun, or whatever the saying is. Bite the bullet. That's what it is. But that is it for the end of this video. I hope my answers kind of made some sense. They probably didn't. It's me. But like I said, Thank you for subscribing to me. I was at like what, 50 something, now I'm at 68, so I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a good 2026, and I'll see you guys in the next video.